This is, of course, the first flight for Atlantic Airways out of the US to the Faroe Islands. Flight time is...
Here you are, welcome to the Faroes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So sweet.
So sweet. Thank you. Welcome.
Careful, okay, Sean?
Hey, we're Colin and Meg, and we're on a mission to visit 50 countries with our kids, and this is country number 30. Thanks for following along.
Okay, we just flew the first ever historic flight from the US direct to the Faroe Islands, and it was incredible. From the buzz in the terminal all the way into the plane with the free sparkling wine and free snacks, we landed in the Faroe Islands at 11 o'clock at night, super stoked for a whole week of adventure here in the Faroe Islands. There she is. Alright, it's boarding time for the first ever flight to the Faroe Islands. See, this is one of those places that I've always wanted to go to for many, many years. But it just would cost too expensive.
You're welcome.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
You have to fly to a major hub in the US to get you to Europe, and then once you're in Europe, there's only certain cities that fly directly to the Faroe Islands. So this was a big deal when Atlantic Airways announced a couple months ago that this August, they're gonna launch a few test flights from New York Stewart Airport to the Faroe Islands. And I know what you're thinking. Where is New York Stewart Airport? Well, it's 70 miles north of New York, so we actually had to fly into New York and then catch a bus to Stewart, which there's not a lot going on there.
Our alarm was set for 3 a.m. to catch our early flight into the city. With a few hours to spare, we did what any smart parents would do and decided to explore the biggest city in the world. We walked around Times Square, enjoyed real Chinese food. The spirits were pretty high. After the nap, it was time to board our 90-minute bus ride to Stewart. Check-in was pretty straightforward as it's a way smaller airport compared to JFK or LaGuardia.
Are you off to the Faroes?
Yes, we are!
We got some socks, we got cake pops. I know you definitely want flags. That's a flag.
We arrived at the airport, and the only other flight flying out that day was a Play Airlines flight to Reykjavik and then to the Faroe Islands. So even though this was a tiny airport, it's got some pretty cool destinations. The captain offered everyone free Faroese chocolate and sparkling wine. Cheers. In total, it was a 7-hour flight. We flew over Canada, we flew over Greenland, we flew over Iceland, and we landed in the Faroe Islands at about 11 p.m.
So here you are, welcome to the Faroes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So sweet.
Charlotte! Woohoo! It's 11 o'clock at night. We just got here.
So cute, there's just one baggage claim.
And the smell, as soon as you step out the airport, you just smell the coastline. You smell everything ocean, and I was in love. We got in our rental car, headed straight to Tórshavn, and that's where the adventure begins. All right, we have left our hotel this morning and decided to drive up to a village to find some puffins, of course. First day in Faroe Islands. And we just pulled over here at some random fjord, random coastline. But check this out, look at this guy, look. Also, if you wondering who this guy is, this is Gabe. Met him on the flight yesterday. He was in seat 1F. I was in 1D. We both had cameras and we were like, wow, we kind of do the same thing. So here we are. He's got 1 day in the Faroe Islands, so we're taking him around because we have a car. But oh my gosh, I just looked in front of me and look how beautiful this is. Hey, bud.
Walking down to a gorge to see if we can see some birds, but hopefully some puffins.
So we didn't find any puffins in that village, but we're gonna move on and find some lunch and maybe even visit more villages that are just quaint and beautiful. Today we decided to take it easy and just do short drives outside of the capital. So we just stopped in the second largest city of the Faroe Islands called Klaksvík, and we are at a cafe for a quick lunch before we journey on. You can see behind me the weather has quickly turned. It was sunny this morning, and then in like 5 minutes it's all moody and gray again, which I actually adore.
The Faroese people have perfected the art of building tunnels. It's also home to the only sub-ocean roundabout in the world.
We're turning 7. We're going to a playground.
Scoot. Hey, what happened?
I fell down.
In the middle of the city, and this playground is pretty awesome.
Okay, so we're walking through the city's oldest district. People still live here, so we're trying to be respectful, but the houses are so cute. Okay, so all of these cute little buildings are the government offices of the Faroe Islands, which is really cool. They're right on the harbor, right by the water, and they also look so charming. For instance, right behind me is the Ministry of Finance. Hey. Okay, we've been here for a few hours.
Yes.
First impressions.
Quaint, pleasant, doable, easy. Yeah.
Very quaint, very cute. My favorite word, very charming.
We are about to have the best burgers in the Faroe Islands. For dinner tonight, we're eating at a place called Haps, known for their burgers and steaks. The Faroe Islands is not just fish, smoked salmon, and bread and cheeses. That you can also have good food from all around the world that is world class. I like this burger.
Okay, I got this steak with béarnaise sauce. And it's delicious. I've already had a couple bites.
Okay, we're about to go to a grocery store to get some basic snacks and supplies, so let's go see how much things cost. Alright, so far we got some apples for 36 krona, knockoff Nutellas, also 36 krona. They're about $5 each. A little above average, but not crazy.
I'm getting Mimi for 21 grown-ups. You said grown-up.
These are 18 krona.
You don't want anything?
We got about 8 things, including some laundry detergent, and our total was 150 krona, which is $20. So not too bad. Just, you know, just like a quick run. Again, not too bad. Why am I talking so much? It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
That's all for now, folks. Subscribe to our channel to follow along for our series on the Faroe Islands.